Hello, folks. The old Deplorable Basset here to read you from the First Amendment. Freedom of religion, speech, and the press. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Now, important to point out, the first word, Congress. Congress shall make no law. Now, I've never heard of anyone saying that the First Amendment means only Congress. It means that any other branch of government could do it. I've never heard anyone say that. This is universally construed as applying to every branch of government, every government institution. And that's important. To start with, you see, Congress was the entire government. There was the executive, the president, but the presidency was very weak as compared to today. Very few powers. Especially in the past several decades, the presidency has grown more and more and more powerful throughout the history of the United States. So, to start with, when the Constitution was first passed, there was the Congress, and every branch of government was answerable to the Congress. Every government institution was answerable to the Congress. So, as the country grew bigger and became more complicated, and the executive became larger and more powerful, and gained control of institutions all on its own, the First Amendment was just continued to be applied to the entire government. And that's important. Respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Now, it's important to put those two together, because if you establish a state religion, you might not be technically, legally prohibiting the free exercise of any other religion, but it would be very, very easy to make things really difficult for a lot of people, make people miserable, make it hard for people, or even impossible for people to actually exercise their own religion without technically doing so. By the same token, if you prohibit the free exercise of anyone's religion, you can de facto create a state religion. So, not directly commenting on this, but it kind of related. So a lot of people have been, for a long time, have made a great fuss about religion in schools, in public schools. Now, public schools are a government institution, so the First Amendment applies there. So, according to the First Amendment, you cannot require anybody in a school to pray, or you cannot have any established religion in a school. So you cannot force someone to pray to any particular god. You cannot force anyone to go to a particular church or chapel. But you're also prohibited from preventing people from praying. You're prohibited from preventing the free exercise of anyone's religion. There are certain people who have been talking about religion in schools who take the First Amendment freedom of religion, and they seem to think it means freedom from religion, meaning that people can prohibit the free exercise of religion in schools, in any government institution. No, that is not what it means. Or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. Now, freedom of speech is important. I've made whole videos, multiple videos I have made talking about how important freedom of speech is, or of the press. Now, these two also kind of go together, because it's communication. It's communicating ideas, information. But But freedom of speech and of the press does not apply to slander, because slander is not a crime punishable by the government. Slander is a civil offense, I think is the term. So you can't be dragged off to prison for slander, but you can be sued in court for slander. Or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. So, the right of the people peacefully to assemble. Now, the word peacefully is important. If you go around setting fire to things, you are not assembling peacefully. If you go around attacking people, you are not assembling peacefully. And to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That is also important, because it means that everyone has the right to address the government, to get a petition and get it signed and send it to the government. Everyone has the constitutional right to be heard. Now, unfortunately, in practice, not everyone does get heard. But it is a very important statement. It's a very important point that everyone has the right. And that's all for the First Amendment. That's all I got to say about it anyway. If you got anything to say about it, please do. Comment below. Make your own videos. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and have a nice day.